What the fuck is up? It is your host, Erica Nalen, and welcome back to another episode of the Hangover series. Whoa. Ayo. Ayo. Staring at your dress cause it's see-through. Some of the lines in rap songs are crazy. Recently, I've been thinking about how I used to date guys. Okay, wait, flashback, hold on. Giving backstory. I have a playlist on my Spotify, and it is full of rap music, like rap of the rappiest songs. Is that a word? Like the most rap songs ever that are like intense. That honestly, if you met me and you knew that song was in my playlist, you would be like, what? There's no way you know this song, like that intensive rap. And sometimes I'll randomly like listen to that playlist because it's nostalgic. It like brings up some good and some really bad memories, but like some good memories. And anyway, sometimes I'll listen to it and I'm like, wait, how did I know this song? And then I'm like, oh, I dated some guy that was like obsessed with this song. And then it's like the most inappropriate song you've ever heard in your whole life. Like, staring at your dress cause it's see-through. I wanna bang you in the bathroom. And you're like, oh, wait. What? So, why did I just tell you that? I actually don't know. I think it's because I've been like really caught up on this Drake album recently, because there was a time when I talked to this person who was obsessed with Drake, and when I would listen to some of the songs, I'd be like, wait, bend that house over, I'm lost, Anyways, good morning. Good morning. It is actually morning here. It's 10 a.m. and I'm having my morning coffee with you guys. I'm obsessed with making coffee at home now. I used to have a Keurig and someone bullied me for having a Keurig and I didn't let the bully win, but now I use an espresso and it is better than a Keurig for sure. But I still love a Keurig. But I love an espresso. And this espresso machine has changed the game. I like to use one shot of an espresso, and then I put Chobani, and then I put milk, and then I put ice. I was like, what else do I put? That's it. Well, that's all that's going in my coffee. Sometimes coffee recently, I've never experienced this in my life, but sometimes coffee makes my body shake, and I never know when it's coming because I drink the same coffee every single day. Normally feel okay, but sometimes I'll have one of these and I just don't feel normal. My body is like not rested. My heart is beating. I'm having palpitations or whatever it's called. Penetration. Yes. Sometimes I'll get a coffee at random places. I feel like in Chicago, I used to tell you guys all the time about that coffee shop that I was obsessed with, but then I learned it had like 5 shots in the coffee I was getting, and I was like, no wonder I can't go outside after I drink this, and my heart feels like I'm gonna explode. I had a coffee the other day at some random coffee shop near my house and scared. Can't go back there. Was having penetration. So I don't know if that happens to anyone else. It's never happened to me in my life. This is like a new thing within the last year. So I don't know. I was like, should I start drinking decaf? But like, I love coffee. Like, I can't imagine life without coffee in the morning. I feel like that's the one thing I have down about my routine, which might be like the worst part of your routine to have down is having a cup of coffee. But like, if I don't start my day with coffee, I'm not having a day. I'm just not living that day, This past weekend, I had horrible hangxiety. Like, literally horrible. And I don't even want to talk about it because it was so horrible. And I think I need to get over it. I thought I was over it, and I'm not. I like still am having heebie-jeebies, and I just learned like, you would think that I would have learned this forever ago, but I just I just didn't. I was drinking dirty martinis at the bar, and then someone was like, what kind of bar are you looking to go to next? And I was like, somewhere I can take tequila shots. And so they sent us to this other bar, and then I started taking tequila shots. And I'm just like, did I forget that I was drinking vodka? Like, why did I start drinking tequila? Why? Why? I was having fun with the vodka. I didn't need tequila. And basically, I was out until 5 a.m. with people that I had never met. Well, okay, one of them was my sister's friend, but then we met these other random people at the bar, and we all did karaoke together in our private karaoke room. And one of the people ordered 12 tequila shots, and there were 5 of us. And I just woke up the next morning and was like, was I embarrassing myself? Because I have a memory. I was like, I'm not going to talk about this, and here I am talking about it. But I have a memory, like, I was not trying to sing karaoke. Like, my problem with karaoke is that I don't know how to not try to sing. And when you're so drunk, like, and you're trying to sing and you're not a professional singer, like, it just sounds really bad. And I was just sitting there, and everyone's like, what do you want to sing? What do you want to sing? And I'm like, I don't want to sing, but you guys should sing Sabrina Carpenter. I don't want to sing, but you should sing. So then people would start playing Sabrina Carpenter songs, and then they'd give me the microphone, and then I'd be like, I don't want to sing. And then I'd start talking into the microphone. That's not even what gave me the heebie-jeebies. What gave me the heebie-jeebies was the fact that, like, this one song came on, and I don't even remember what song it was, but it got me excited. And also I was, like, pretty drunk, and I just remember grabbing the microphone and, like, intensely singing into it. And, like, that is not sitting well with me at all. But also, these guys were getting, like, really into the karaoke, so, like, I should not be having heebie-jeebies about myself. But basically, I got home at, like, almost 5 in the morning. And I've just never gotten home at 5 in the morning before. And I was like, wait, how did that happen? How did I get here at 5 a.m.? Am I okay? What's going on? Like, I was scared. So my sleep has been off ever since then, because normally I go to bed at, like, a normal person time. And for, like, the past couple weekends, because I don't really know anyone here, I feel like I've been going to bed at, like, literally 10 p.m. So even being able to make it out until 5 in the morning is kind of crazy. So my sleep is all fucked up. Like, the next day when I was trying to sleep, I just couldn't. And even last night, I just couldn't sleep as well as I had hoped for. So that happened. I'm scared. I don't even know the guys' names that we did karaoke with, and I honestly don't want to know their names. I just know that one of them looked like Scooter Braun, and I was calling him that because I was like, I don't know what to call you. I could have asked his name, but I don't know if we got that far. All I know is we were sitting at a table with them, and then someone was like, well, let's go sing karaoke in a private room. Uber is here. That's all I know. That's all I know. And they were very nice from what I recall. But anyways, I needed to tell you guys that because I can't even debrief it, because it's going to give me hangxiety again. And it's been like 3 days. And I'm still thinking about it. I've decided that I might join a run club. This might just be a fun thought that I thought of yesterday, but I was at a graduation party, and, I was telling people I don't have any friends. I feel like that's how I've been introducing myself to everyone recently. They're like, what's your name? And I'm like, so I don't have any friends in New York. And then I was like, maybe I should join a run club, because I've seen them in Central Park so many times, and, can you even talk and run? Like, maybe if you're really good at it, but I don't know if I could multitask like that. So I'm like, it sounds fun, but I would be in like the last group of people, and I might be slower than everybody there that I'm like, not even part of the run club anymore. So just a thought, maybe there's like one for slow runners or something. Like, I kind of like to run at the speed that it's like you are basically walking. It's kind of shit I'm on. I think I told you guys once I wanted to do a half marathon. I don't want to do that anymore. I think that was just a thought. I think I was trying to hop on the bandwagon since, that's what everyone seems to be doing. I was like, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. But no, sure. No, sure. Yeah. Or a walking club? Is that a thing? Let's walk. Let's run. Let's be one with nature. I also was told a lot this weekend that I seem really innocent and really sweet. And, I am that. But I also am like, wait, I don't know how to just go in the public and be this version of me. Like, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how people do that at all. I don't know how people are so comfortable being themselves in public. So I'm always like, hi, I'm Erica, and I'm scared of everyone and everything. And then I have like 4 martinis, and I'm like, what's up, bitches? And they're like, wait, what? Where'd the sweet girl go? Where'd the sweet girl go? A man actually did get mad at me at the bar this weekend. This one, I guess we can discuss. So we were at this bar, and these bathrooms that they had were like any gender can go in them, like, shared bathrooms, whatever. And there were so many guys in line going to the bathroom, and like, I'm sorry, as a guy, if you see that a girl is in line to go to the bathroom, like, put the toilet seat down. Like, put the fucking toilet seat down. What are you doing? I don't want to touch that. It's so gross. This isn't just for y'all. Like, this is for everybody. Put the toilet seat down and have some respect. So no one's putting the toilet seat down, and I'm sorry, the bathroom looked horrendous, and I was like, I'm not touching that. So I asked the guy who left it up if he would put it down. I was like, will you put the toilet seat down? And he like was kind of down. I think he also kind of thought we were like hitting on each other. We weren't, but I think he was kind of down. Like, he was like looking at me like, is she really asking me to put the toilet seat down? But then I think he was also thinking to himself, like, why did I leave the toilet seat up? Like, he was probably thinking back to his mom telling him to put the toilet seat down. I asked him to put it down, and he did. And then when I came out of the bathroom, this guy who was after me looked at me and was like, should I ask someone to put the toilet seat down for me? Do I need to go ask someone to put the toilet seat down for me? Do I need to make a big scene and ask someone to put the toilet seat down for me? And this was the first time in my life where I didn't, say something weird back. I just stared at him and walked away. But I'm sorry, sir. We all know to put the toilet seat down. And if you don't know that, start doing that. It's not just for the men. There are women going in this bathroom too. Hey guys. Hey guys. Okay. Was that good? I don't know. I'm sorry, but I don't know what we were talking about literally 2 seconds ago. It's a completely different day. It's been like multiple days actually since this episode started. I listened to 1 second of me talking about the man pissing situation, and it gave me hangxiety, and I'm not even hungover, so I stopped listening. And it's probably gonna give me the heebie-jeebies again when I edit this, but it's a new dawn, it's a new day, and I'm feeling good. Actually, I'm feeling good. I finally don't have anxiety anymore if I don't think about my actions. Or maybe I do have it, because now I'm thinking, but I should stop. I was slightly interrupted by a live audience, and I don't currently perform in front of live audiences, so I got nervous, and it's really awkward talking to a camera and talking to your podcast with a live audience. It's just awkward, so I don't do well in those situations, so I stopped podcasting, and then now that's why it's a new day, because now I'm alone and I don't have a live audience. So hi, welcome back. Even though it's the same episode, hey, how are we doing? I wanted to tell you guys about what is probably a very original experience, but I wanted to share it because I completely forgot this happened. Completely forgot. Like, I forget this is a part of my life and then I remember. And I don't know if this is an original experience or if other people had this experience growing up. So that is what we're going to talk about. This might be really, 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 really an original experience, but I always see those videos where it's like nothing is ever an original experience. And so I'm just telling myself, like, this isn't original, but it might be. Anyways, okay. So when I was younger, I was probably like maybe 4, maybe 5. I was pretty young, I feel like. Might have been a little bit older than that. Between the ages of like 5. No. Between the ages of like 4 and maybe like 6. Like, there's no way I was 7 doing this. But when I was that age, I started having these stories. I don't even know how to explain this correctly, but basically, one night my family and I were eating dinner together. This is what I recall. We were eating dinner together, and I just started telling my family about my other family that I had. And this other family that I had lives in China. And I had a mom, I had a dad, I had siblings, I had aunts, I had uncles, we had a house. Like, it was insane. And I just started telling my family at dinner one day about this family. And I think I was just like, yeah, so me and I feel like I had names for my other family, but I was just like, me and my other mom went to the bakery and we picked up blah, blah, blah. And my family was staring at me like, what? What the fuck is she saying? And then I was like, yeah, I have this family in China and I have a mom. Like, I explained like this whole family, and my family was staring at me like, what the fuck is she saying? But I was really young. But anyways, it didn't stop there. Like, I straight up had another family, and I don't know if I was just like going to this place in my dreams or if I was like having an imaginary family or what the hell was going on. But like, they existed and they lived in China. And I kind of remember, like, I remember the family that, like, they're in my head right now. And I remember telling my family about this. And it wasn't like a one-time thing where I was like, hey, me and my mom and dad, my other mom and dad, went to the bakery and we did this. Like, it was like a reoccurring situation where we'd be at dinner and I'd be like, okay, guys, update on my family. We went to the Great Wall of China. That one I remember really specifically. I remember, it felt like I walked the Great Wall of China. Like, I feel like I've been there. And it was so weird. I had, obviously, a house there. I feel like we had chickens. And I just feel like if I went to China one day, like, this situation, I don't know if they were dreams or what was happening, but I feel like if I went to China, I know it so well because of how vivid my second family that I maybe made up was. Like, I feel like I would remember being there. If I went there, I'd be like, I've definitely been here before. Like, I think that's what deja vu is. Don't people say deja vu is like your past life or something, you know, like you've been there before and you're like, I haven't been here before, and everyone's like, what? Maybe that would happen to me. Like, I feel like if I went to China, I would be like, I've literally been here before. Like, I can walk us to the bakery. I feel like I've walked the Great Wall of China. Like, I knew so much about the Great Wall of China. Please tell me that's what it's called. I'm in my head right now. Like, watch that not even be what it's called. But I know so much about it. I feel like I've been there. I mean, I do remember learning about it in school, but I feel like I was younger. Like, I was like saying things that, like, at that age I hadn't learned about, and there was like, how do you know what that is? Like, how do you know what that is? What are you saying? Kind of thing. Like, it was weird, and I forget about this moment in my life, and then I randomly am like, I wonder what my family in China is doing that I had. What? And my family all, like, if I bring it up, I'm like, do you remember my family in China? And they're all like, oh my God, yeah. Like, yeah, we remember them. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, is that an original experience? Because I was thinking about this the other day and I was like, wait, was I just like really imaginative, if that's a word? Like, was I just really imagining things? Like, what was going on? I'm so lost. And is that like, did anyone else have other families growing up that were like not real, but you would sit down at the dinner table and like just tell your family, and like it was a whole extravagant story time of what you and this other made up family did, and you had a mom and dad and chickens and other siblings, and you walked the Great Wall of China? Like, did anyone else have that experience? Maybe not China specifically, but maybe like Europe or something. Like, is this really original? Because I feel like it might be. And I don't know how to feel about that. And I want to go back in time and know what was going on. Like, honestly, that shit is weird. My family, what were they thinking? What were they thinking? I don't know what I would think if I was like, you know, just made chicken dinner or something. Chicken dinner. Chicken dinner. If I just made chicken dinner and then I was sitting there and then my little 4-year-old comes to the table and she's like, so last night, me and my second mom went to the Eiffel Tower and like just started telling this whole story, I'd look at her like, you good? Are you good? Do we need to, what are you talking about? You went to the Eiffel Tower at 4 years old with your second mom. I'm your mama. I'm your mama. What are you saying? Like, I'm your mother. So I have a lot of questions, but unfortunately I can't go back in time. And I'm not even sure if like a psychic could tell me about any of this. Have you guys ever seen a psychic? Every time I see a psychic or like a tarot card reader, I leave feeling confused. Okay? I don't know where I'm going with that. But like, would they even know what's going on? Would they even be like, oh yeah? Like, that would be crazy. Can you imagine if I went to a psychic and I was like, I want to know about my past life. I want to know who I was in the past. I want to know about her. Me, past. And they were like, so you lived in China and you had, and like, what if they just like dropped that on me? What if they just did that? That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Now I kind of want to do it. Are there past life readers? Is that a thing? I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna look into it. But yeah, I honestly just wanted to share that. That was like the main point of this week's episode, was I needed to know if this was an original experience or if anyone else had an experience like this, because I'm lost and I need to know before I forget about this memory. Luckily, I won't forget now that I shared it with you guys, but like, I forget about that and then it comes back to me and I'm like, well, fuck. I hope they're doing okay. My imaginative. Why do I not know what that word is right now? My made up is imaginative. Imagination. Help. Is my made up family okay? And if you had a made up family, have you thought about them since? And where are they? Okay. So that's what I had to share with you guys this week.
That's like my biggest thought on my mind right now, is if that's an original experience or if other people know what the hell I'm talking about. And if you think I'm crazy after this episode, I was four. I was four. Leave me alone. That is all I have for you guys this week. I'm a busy bee. I'm a busy bee. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. And I will catch you next week. Bye.